everyone. Welcome back to SAT Math Question of the Day. Here's question of the day, number 7. It's the only one you can see the whole thing. Please try it, pause the video, come back, and we'll do it. Which equation has no solution? Oh, it's one of these equations where there's an x on both sides. So, if there's an x on both sides, you're looking for a case where there's literally the same coefficient and x on both sides, so they cancel. So the only one is a 4x here and a 4x here and a 4x here and a 4x here. So, but which one is not true? This is 4x plus 4 is equal to 4x. And this is 4x plus 4 is equal to 4x plus 4x. So this is the one that has no solution because you can't multiply a number by 4, add 4 and get 4 times that number. So the answer is D. So a question like this, hopefully, you can do in maybe 5-6 seconds with the idea, and we always come back to the same question every time we meet. What's the main idea of this question? Can you use a calculator? And do you do this question different from you would, let's say, in a regular school class? So obviously, calculator, no. I mean, a calculator certainly won't help you. Although, actually, this is from a non-calculator part of an older SAT test. And what's the main idea of this question? The main idea of this question is that not every equation that you can write, even not anything you can write in math, can make sense. Just like you can write nonsense in English, you can also write something in math that either makes no sense or has no solution. And this is an example of an equation where there is no value of x that makes this equation true. Okay? So that's the main idea of this, and that occurs when you have a variable on both sides. If you have a variable on both sides, you have to watch out for this condition. So that's sort of the main idea. We're going to get Seth's opinion on this to see what he thinks the main idea of this is, and what is basically the main idea is what the people who wrote the test, what they wanted to make sure you knew or what you understood. And also, it's the main idea that cracks the question open, and that's what you want to look for in these questions. What is the main idea that cracks the question open, gets right to the heart of the matter? That way you could solve it efficiently. And then what was the other thing? Oh, would you do this question differently from a class? Usually in a class, they will give you the equation, and they'll say, please, what's the answer to this? Or what's the answer? They'll give you an equation. They'll say, what's solve for x? And you would then go back and either say, well, you would actually solve for x here and get a number. And B, you would actually get a number. You get a new unique solution. And C, you would say all real numbers. We can ask Seth about this all real number thing because maybe the complex numbers are true too. We'll ask Seth about that. And then for D, you would say no solution. So, Seth, what do you think the main idea, what do you think the crux of this problem is? What do you think you have to know to stab it in the heart and get it?
Well, that the main idea is what do solutions, and that is plural, of an equation mean? The main idea is that an equation which somehow includes a variable x, that what the solutions may be vary. So equations that make sense can the property of solutionness is not a one thing. So some equations have exactly one solution. Other equations have no solutions. And some equations have 2 solutions. Some equations have 3 solutions, and some equations have infinitely many solutions. And in the case of linear equations, the equations that have more than one solution coincide with the equations that have for which every x is a solution.
Okay.
And those equations for which every value for x is a solution are called identities.
Okay, but there's a lot in the main idea.
So the main idea is the idea that
the main idea in one sentence.
The main idea is that linear equations with one variables can have no solution, one solution, or many solutions.
Right. Okay. Yeah, the main idea has to be said in one to three sentences. The main idea can't be a chapter in a book. So you gotta make it easy. Okay, good. Okay, yeah. And then I would also add to that is knowing under which conditions you get one of those three cases.
Yeah.
That also is important. Not only recognizing there are three cases, but under which condition do you get each case?
Well, more directly, what calculation to do in order to figure out which of those conditions is the case.
Yeah, but it's better to be able to recognize those conditions right on the spot, as opposed
to doing
that's better.
As
opposed to doing calculations. Yeah.
Well, yeah. So the condition is that the coefficient for many solutions or no solutions, the coefficient of x must be the same on both sides, which is equivalent to an equation where the x is on one side and the coefficient is 0.
Right. Yeah.
In which case, when the coefficient is 0, the equation is either a true equality of particular numbers,
right,
or it's a false,
right,
equality of two numbers.
Yeah.
So if we simplify.
Yes.
We simplify this equation.
0x is 7.
We get, let's simplify this equation. It's 0x equals, what's the 7 business?
I made it up. That's an example. I'll find it's negative 4. It's negative 4.
Simplify this, and what you get is 0x
equals either 4 or negative 4.
Equals 0.
No, 0x plus 4.
Yeah, okay, you're
0x plus 4.
0x plus 4 equals 0, which then simplifies to 4 equals 0.
Which is not true.
Which is false.
Right, so that means there's no solution. Yeah.
Right. So another logical approach is to say as follows: you reach a that's you do is you prove that the equation has no solution by assuming it does have a solution, and then demonstrating that that assumption leads to a contradiction.
Right, exactly.
Now here's the logic.
But make it fast.
Here's the logic. Suppose there is a solution. And let me denote the particular solution that we suppose exists as capital X. Well, if this is a solution, that means that 4 times capital X plus 1 equals capital X. And then we do arithmetic with this. We figure, that should be 4x. We then simplify this. I'll do all the math. 4x plus 4 equals x. So again, x stands for a particular number.
Right.
I meant 4x. and then subtract 4x from both sides, and we get a statement that is false.
Right. Yeah.
So assuming that x is, if there is a solution, then that solution is some number named x. We conclude from assuming there's a solution a contradiction.
Yeah.
And so it's contradictory to assume that there's a solution. So that proves that equation has no solution.
Right. So that's all the formal way of doing it, which leads into why Seth's talking like this. Because he has a PhD in math from MIT, although it doesn't matter where he gets it from. He has a PhD in math, and he's been a professor. Nice mug, by the way. He has he's been teaching computer science at SUNY Albany for many years now. He's retired. I'm Seth's brother Joel. I have a PhD in mechanical engineering. I take a different approach. I just can get the answer. I sort of understand the theory. Seth really understands the theory, or he understands a lot more than I do. And now we're here to hopefully give you some insights on how to do SAT math questions. That's why we're here. And try to do as many practice questions as you can, and take some diagnostic tests and see where your weaknesses are. And go to Khan Academy because they have different courses online that are sanctioned by the SAT that have the questions sorted by problem type. So practice with the problems you're weakest on. Also practice some of the problems you're strong on to get better at those. And then practice on some SAT questions and just keep practicing, and always ask yourself, what is the main idea of the question? What is the main idea of the question? What is the main idea of the question? Okay.
Well, I want to sketch another approach, which is a good idea. Some people might follow this, and this would make sense. It's an SAT question, so you have to, and the question is to choose one of the four.
Right.
So what you could do is, look at each one and figure out what solutions it has.
You mean, are you talking about specifically this question?
Yeah. So you look at the first one and notice that the coefficient of x and the coefficient of x on the two sides are different. And you could figure out, therefore, that has one solution.
Okay.
And you could imagine getting 3x equals a constant is equivalent, and therefore x equals the constant divided by 3. That's as a solution, so eliminate this. Okay? This one obviously has a solution. X equals minus 1.
Okay.
4 times 0 equals 0. So that has a solution. This guy, well, it also has a solution, but every value of x is a solution.
Right.
So this has all x's as solutions, but the question is which has no solution.
Yeah.
So you eliminate that, and then using the principle that there is exactly one correct choice in an SAT question, that leaves D, and so answer D.
Right. Okay. We're done.
Yeah.
We're done. Okay, everyone. Have a great day. Hope to see you back tomorrow. Take care, everyone.